Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 10 o'clock Friday night, it's the takeaway. This is the show where the members have their say. Evening talk. How are you doing, big man?
Yeah, all good, bro. All good.
Glad
the weather's cooled down somewhat.
Don't moan. See, when it gets cold, you're going to be moaning. Oh, I need some heat. I need some heat. Just enjoy it while it's here, man. Jesus Christ. Matty, how you doing, big man?
Oh, good day, thanks, Mr. B. How's you?
I'm good. Always good, man. Friday night, I keep telling you, it's the best day of the week, man. Thomas, long time no see. How you doing, man?
A while, hasn't it? I'm good. It's good to be back.
That's what I like to hear. Guys, before we start, obviously we've signed Casemiro, so we know we're over the moon. Yep, see, that's what I like, flexing those pecs. Thomas flexing those pecs. It looks like it's done, so we can celebrate. Unbelievable signing, in my opinion. One of top 5 in his position in the world. Again, in my opinion. Thoughts before we get the ball rolling, guys. I'll start with you, Thomas.
I'm buzzing with it. If you had told me, I was saying this just before we came on, if you had told me at the start of the week that we were going to get Casemiro, I would have laughed in your face. Because there was no way we were getting a European champion to the team who are currently bottom of the Premier League. That is an unbelievable signing, but we can't be blinded about what's actually going on at the minute either. But it's a help.
Matty?
I'm buzzing with the signing for years. We've wanted a CDM, that number 6. We finally got it. What I don't get is the fans. We've got this world-class CDM, top 3 in this position, in my opinion, and yet the fans are sitting there now. It's too old. Look, he's a world-class CDM. He's got experience. He's a 4-time Champions League winner. Yeah, enjoy it. He's going to come in. He's going to break up the McFuckers partnership. You should be happy. You should be happy with that alone. Yeah, no more McFuckers in this field.
Yeah, I love that one, Matty. I love that one.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to echo what Matt and Thomas have said. But you know what? Now, listen, top class. And do you know what? Forget about how much it's costing. Just forget about the money. That does not even, for us, it doesn't matter. All we're concerned with is that we've got a world-class CDM who's going to, be the base of the press. Let's put it that way. And he will prop up the press. He's that safety net, and he's there. I know there's talk about will he progress the ball and everything else, but in my opinion, I think what Ten Hag is looking at, we've always been left side of it. Now, if you look at what the players we've got, if it's going to be Casemiro, Eriksen, and Bruno Fernandes, Bruno will be the one to create, and Eriksen will be the one to feed, and Casemiro will be the one who's going to be the defense, as we know. So he will feed it to Eriksen. Eriksen will look for the passes to push it out wide to the left-hand side. That's our strongest side as it stands. We've always used the left-hand side. So I think for me, he's going to do a pretty similar role as to what he did at Real Madrid. You know what I mean? So I'm happy with that. Happy days.
I thought you might be. Guys in the chat, Glazers out, we see you. Bath time with Vaughan, we see you as always. FT Colm, we see you. Medi
Hell. Yo, big up Medi.
Yeah, Solo Boss Man, we see you. Vincent Bullock, Gavin Ward.
Actually, you, 1 second, can we just make an apology to Vincent? Because on last night's show, Omundi did say Vincent Bullock. I went back and watched it. He did say Vincent Bullock. So Vincent, bro, listen, we are sending our love to you, bro, because we know it's Bullock. I mean, Omundi was got a little bit tripped up over his words there, but it did make me laugh. I've got to say, I really have got to say that. But I'm just gonna, Mr. B, what we'll do now is, whilst it's still fresh in my mind, otherwise I'll forget, is let's add in our weekly little trivia.
Yeah, so now we know Boss Man's gone. So before we start, we kick off the show, guys. You know how it goes. We have a little competition for you. Talk. I'll wait for you to press the buttons to get this up on screen.
Yeah. So yeah, it's another spot the ball, but like last week I liked how it flowed because it was good. It wasn't quite as straightforward. So I've stuck with that theme. So basically, all we want you to do is, when it loads in, 1 second, just want you to have a look at this. And then, give it a second. There we go. Okay. All you got to do is tell me which square you think the majority of the ball is in. Okay, simple as that. Which square you think the majority of the ball is in. So just pick a square with a number and then bada boom, bada bing.
All right, I've got mine.
Let's see if there's concentration that's on that. It's like,
I've got mine. Himanshu, welcome, bruv. We see you. This is our CDM for the next 10 years. Hope we don't sell Ghana. I couldn't agree with you more, mate. There's a lot more players. There's a lot more players in the line there. I've seen a couple of the positions there. We'll wait. We'll get back to those at the end. But guys, Antony, 80 million plus 20 million add-ons. First things first. This is to all of you. What is going on at the club that we're bidding? We're putting in 80 million pounds for Antony when last week we were screaming poverty. What's going on, guys?
It's for me. I'll put it in a quick analogy. You just basically we took the car for a good valet before we sell it. Simple as that.
That's exactly what I was going to say, basically.
Matt?
I think fan pressure. You look at the Glazers out over the past few days, maybe week or so. I think that's really got to them. You look at other little tweets that got the empty Old Trafford going Monday. Man United actually put out a tweet about if you can't get to the game, then can you sell the ticket back to them so they can reset it? So I think fan pressure's got to them, and also I think the Glazers are looking to sell, so they want to bring in money to essentially up the price of the club. Now, Antony's a good player, but he's not an £80 million player. He's, I'd say, 50, maybe 60 at a push. But I think this is a deal that will happen as well because Mogba, who's a tier 1 Dutch journalist, has put it out there that Ajax want Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea. And also Graham Bailey's reported it from England side. Now, Ziyech's open to going back to Chelsea, and Antony was the replacement for Ziyech originally. So if he goes back there, which is probable, and they're getting 80 mil for Antony, they're going to take it. Nobody else is going to pay that sort of money for Antony. Let's face it, Man United are the only team that are going to offer that sort of money.
What I think they're actually doing here is, obviously, so at the minute they're saying the club's worth, 6 billion? That's a lot of tin as it is. But what they're doing now is, because every player you've got is an asset, what they're currently doing is they're adding, because they've already got the likes of Ronaldo and Varane, De Gea, Fernandes. They're already some pretty good assets to have. But if they turn around, because the money is sitting in the club now, it's still not their money, it's our money. But if they just take it out of the club and the club's sitting with no money in it and £600 million worth of debt, then the club value is going to go down. So if they put the club's value in the players, they can then take it out in a sale and say, actually, instead of the club being worth 6 billion, we've also just recently signed Casemiro, Antony, and whoever else comes in. We've just painted our stadium red. We're actually worth 7.5 billion.
See, so the good thing is we're not being fooled. We're not being fooled. There's no support, no casual supporter, no diehard supporter who's being fooled by the actual situation that's going on here. 23 in the chat, guys. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you're not, you know what to do. Just hit that like button. You guys, start with you. Talk. You think it's going to be a risk? Getting Antony, regardless of the fee, considering that the Dutch contingent that do come over from Eredivisie, whatever it is, the Dutch league. Do you think that it's a risk considering the success rate isn't that high?
Any player's a risk, Mr. B. You know what I mean? And you have to take risks in this league. And you know what? We have to give Erik ten Hag the tools that he thinks he needs in order to get us competitive. So if he believes that these players are what he needs in order to make us more competitive on a pitch week in, week out, going for the league titles and your Champions League, because that's what it's all about, really, the big time, then you know what, I'm like, okay, well, I'll back it and give it, let's give it a whirl, see how it rolls. But I mean, yeah, some people do say, you know what, maybe he might be putting all his eggs in one basket here, you know what I mean? Because obviously there's a lot of connection to the Dutch players. But now with the news of Casemiro and everything else, and Dest or whoever else we've been linked with, that sort of changes things somewhat. But for me,
didn't it?
Was that, sorry?
Dest was at Ajax before Barcelona, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he's gone to another league, so I think that kind of breaks that cycle, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like he's not coming from there; he's coming from a different place. So, but yeah, I'm down with it, to be honest with you. And you know what, you're not going to sell a shop with empty shelves, you know what I mean. And plus, also, if you're going to try and sell something of high value, you're not going to try and sell it give the impression that you don't care about it. Otherwise, how can you expect people to come along and offer you top dollar for it if they can see you don't care about it? So they've got to make it look like they care and that they want to try and make it work. It makes it harder for people to leverage it away from them. So I know what they're trying to do, but it ain't going to work because, firstly, in my opinion, they don't want. I think they are ready to sell. I think in their own minds, they know that this is their last throw of the dice. Now, this money they're spending is like, right, they've emptied the reserves and they've gone, right, let's just spend this money now because we know X and Y are interested. We know we're going to sell it. They know 100% it's going to get sold for big, big bucks. So they just want to get as much as they can. And then, as everybody else has said, fuck off.
You know what, though? I'll take it if it means we're going to have a squad closer to actually being able to compete. And by the end of the season, they're also not going to be here. If that's going to be the case, then who's going to complain?
Matt?
No. Well, picked up on what Tom just said. Nobody's going to complain if they're gone and we've got a half-decent squad. As well as that, we know what the Glazers' remit is. They want Champions League football because of the TV revenue money, or at least European football because of the revenue money. This squad, as it currently stands, isn't good enough to get there. So they've got to invest money in order to get us a squad that's actually going to get back into European football. That essentially shows they can skim their money from the top again. But look, it is what it is with the Glazers. I don't think they'll sell, there's a lot of talk about them selling. I've not heard anything from remotely close to the Glazers that they're going to sell. We had the links to Apollo, but I don't think those were like main shares. I think those were classed as Class A shares, whereas the real money's in the Class B shares. I mean, I'm not sure how that works. I'm not a football finance person. If you want football finance, Kieran Maguire, The Price of Football, fantastic podcast when it comes to all things football and the finances involved. But looking at it, it's just the Glazers are selling the lesser shares off. They're not selling the main shares, and it's only a percentage of them. So, until I see something credible from somebody who's either spoken to the Glazers or close to them that indicates that they're willing to sell, I'm going to take everything with a pinch of salt when it comes to them actually going.
Do you know, in my opinion, what they're doing there, Matthew, is they're baiting the hook with those shares that they're trying to sell. They're baiting the hook. Do you know what I mean? To see how much you want to buy and then how much you want to hold on. You know what I mean? So it's all clever business tactics. It's all clever. I mean, your Jim Ratcliffes and everybody else will all understand exactly what's and they would have no doubt anticipated this is what was going to happen in regards to the tactics of the Glazers in terms of letting the biggest club in the world. All right, arguably, you can say, but I will say probably the biggest club in the world commercially, Manchester United. So it's a game of power. Game of chess with power play and all that, Chelsea. But I just can't wait for it to get into the meat and bones, and then we actually know it's really, really going to happen.
Well, look, we've got talking about meat and bones. Let's get into what our main feeling is. The comments talk. Could you go through some of these comments for me, please, big man?
Yes, bro. We've got Glazers out. Quickly showed out. He says, "Come on, guys, Glazers out. It's trending #1. Keep it going." Yeah. And actually, if you check my Twitter, I posted some more today. A little poem. about the game on Monday night. So if you go and have a look at that and then retweet it, that'll be great. Bath times. All right, lads, I think we might have seen all these. We've seen all bath time column, Medi. I'll get down to some of the highlighted comments, Gavin Ward. I'll get to some of the numbers for the mini game shortly. So hold your horses. We've got Himanshu in the chat. He says, this is our CDM for the next 10 years. Hope we don't... Yeah, now we've got numbers. I'm not going to show any numbers just yet. I'll come back to them. Himanshu again says, too many news and links to know what's happening. Antony, Gakpo, Maguire, swap for Pulisic.
Yeah, we'll come on to that one.
All of these transfers are to add value onto the club so they can sell at a higher price. Vincent Bullock, yes, with a U, says, is the club wants people to return ticket? If you can't go, would they refund your money? Probably not. You ain't going to get no money back out of them misers. You know what I mean? Gavin Wallace says, Haaland equals 51 million, Antony 80 million. Assume the position United and get your pants down. Might give you a reach around to sweeten it. I've no idea what you're trying to say there, bro. I don't understand that terminology, but it's good job it's watershed. That's what I'm saying. That's going to go on clips of the week. We're going to have to bring into clips of the week because I'm reading out some of this absolute filth. I'm very disappointed in you, Gavin. But you know what? Big up, bro. It's funny that. I'll have some of that. FTB.com says, I don't care if they do buy anyone else or if they spend 300 plus, I will still be glazed out. Exactly. That's it, isn't it? But we've got UK Strains in the building. Big up UK Strains, always there to show his support, always especially on the Watchalongs. Big up, bro. Humanshu again says, FA should intervene if they try to sell the media rights. Can they? Interesting question.
I have no idea. That's a good point, actually.
Well, isn't Barcelona doing that at the minute? Or have they just done that?
Yeah, I think, yeah, but sorry, go on, Matthew.
Yeah, it was in one of the levers warned it, selling off TV rights for so much money. It was within them levers that Barca activated.
Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly know how it works, but I'm sure imagine there will be some way around that they can actually do it if that's what they intend to do, and if I will stress that if the right people come along, because this Apollo arrangement that we've been reading about and hearing about doesn't sound very savoury at all. If it's unsavoury. Paul McAvoy says, not interested in signings as such. They're going whether they want it or not. Interesting.
Let's hope so.
Colin says, Chelsea make shock approach for Harry Maguire. Phil Spence talks. I think someone's been drinking or smoking stuff, Mr. B-Man. I'm not having that. Are you?
Are you're not having that one now? Well, guess what?
Nah.
So, I mean, the strange thing is you say you're not having it, but we've got that in our any other business. So, you know, we can gladly talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about that one.
Yeah, you see, UK Strains is putting it in there as well. We will come back to that one, but we've got Huddersfield Town fan CV in a building. Big up to you, bro. He says, evening all. Sorry, I'm like, hey, listen, bro, no problem whatsoever. But listen, whilst we're here, my gums are flapping, and they can flap, let me tell you. Mr. Bean knows all about that. Let's get back to the spot the ball for a moment. So we're going to pop this on. So again, all you got to do is tell me which square you think the majority of the football is in. So just put a number in. We'll come back to it at the end and we'll go through and see how many people have actually got it right. So that's all you got to do with that. And actually, I'm going to tell a lie. Whilst I'm at it, I'm also going to plug the Watchalong. So that's the Watchalong me and Mr. B will be doing on Monday night at 7:30 on the channel. Massive, massive game. The biggest game in football in England, especially. It's one of the biggest games in Europe as well, to be honest with you, because we have won a lot between us. You know, it's a huge, huge game. And as it says there, rivalries are earned. So, you know what? This is going to be an absolute corker. I'm looking forward to it in a kind of roundabout way. And me and Mr. B are promising not to, well, try not to swear at least.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've given up. They've broken me too much times. I have it in my head. Don't swear, don't swear, don't swear. And then all of a sudden, it just comes straight back out again. We see some more numbers for the spot the box or spot the ball. We see. We'll get back to those at the end.
Yeah,
of the
pick up Emma Kane as well in the building. Emma Kane has come straight in And McKay's not messing about. She's gone straight in with her number, and everybody can see. Excuse me, everybody else's numbers. Woo! This is going to be a tasty one. Let me tell you.
All right, guys. Now, as we've been on here, the Daily Mail have reported that Chelsea are interested in maybe acquiring the services of Harry Maguire in a swap deal for Pulisic. The Daily Mail, obviously, the Daily Mail isn't the most reputable, but sometimes you believe what you want to believe. Now, if this is the case, I don't see. Well, you know what? Tell a lie. Depending on what angle you see it at, this is a deal I'm taking all day. This is a deal that I will be taking 150%.
Mr. B,
I'm just.
Do you know what it?
Yeah,
do you know what it is? Sorry, Mr. B. Do you know what it is? They've hacked my phone because I sent the message to Solo earlier today, and so they've hacked my phone, bro. And they're taking it literally. That's what's going on here. I'm not. It's yeah.
What are we having? Is this something that we would be pleased with? Forget about the fact that Maguire, we feel that he might be the third best centre back at the club. Is this something you'd be interested in? Because as I said already, I would take it all day, just the fact to get him out the club, and to annoy Monday, because then he has nobody to big up every week. Matt.
Taking this all day, I don't see Maguire fitting in to what Eric wants. And I think he's struggling. I think there's a lack of confidence in him. I think he needs to go. He'd fit in perfectly at Chelsea within that back three system. We see him play for England in the back three. He plays brilliantly. You see him when he plays deep for England. He plays brilliantly. I don't think he fits into what Man United are trying to do. We're not going to sell him. No team's going to pay him what we are. No team's going to pay the price tag that we realistically want. But if we can swap him for Pulisic, I'm all for it. I think it's a good deal.
That's so wicked.
It's what's best for Harry. It's what's best for Harry. It's right.
Matthew, you know, it's like, you know, you go like to try and you offer some money to buy something off someone, and they start going, I'm not sure I really want to let it go. I mean, you know, it's quite valuable to me, this, and well, I'll have to think about that. You know what I mean? It's like, listen, if they come to us for Harry Maguire, I'm sure they would be like, well, if there's money involved as well, and it adds up, then maybe they'll probably go for it. Yeah, that's all I'll say. Don't want to upset him Monday.
He'll come for it. For a start, I don't think it will happen. I would take it. I wouldn't normally take Christian Pulisic, to be honest, but if we're not going to get another winger, we're really thin on the wings, and he's going to come in, and I'm assuming that there's going to be no money involved with it. But if he's coming in and getting Maguire, because Maguire, as Matty says, probably won't fit into Ten Hag's system. One system he does fit into, though, is a back three. If he sits in the middle doing that role that Thiago Silva's been doing, I think he would actually really benefit at Chelsea. But then again, at the same time, maybe that could be what we're going to plan to do now. We could move into a back three if it's not working the way that it has been, which clearly it hasn't so far. Maguire is an easy name to throw in because he gets so much slate. I was at the Brighton game, and I was just down getting some signatures before, and Harry Maguire came over and he signed for a few of us. And his graph takes quite a while to do. And he said to somebody, "Oh, where have you come from? Are you looking forward to the game?" And the guy went, "Yeah." And Harry walked away and he goes, "Only if you're not playing."
Oh no!
Oh,
man! Do you know what? I would not have the gall to say such things to a player. Me, I tell you that now.
He just kept going. Fair play to him, to be fair, because it would have been very easy just to turn around and say, "Nah, you know what? Fuck you." Oh, pardon my French. Oops.
Oh, Maguire. Guys, if you have had a look at the our spot the ball, we do have a few numbers in 5-10 minutes. We'll all will be revealed. All will be revealed. No need to apologize. It's past the watershed, Thomas.
Yeah, man, it's nearly 10:30 at night, bro. Don't worry about it. The only thing I will say is we'll try and keep our vulgarities to a minimum, because we know there may be some more than one lady present. I don't know. I know MK is in the
some rebels up past bedtime.
There you go.
And we've also, I'm sorry, 1 second. So Aditya Tiwari, welcome to the channel. Not seen you before. I'll just read your comment out while I'm on it. Ronaldo can stay because the first reason that came for him leaving was lack to signing. If United add Antony and 1 or 2 more players and an ambition in current players, he might stay. Actually, did we not have this conversation today, Mr. B, on the 3 o'clock?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
You know, this is a possibility also that if, in order to keep Ronaldo at the club because of the commercial asset that he is, that, you know, they may well be then, because the gripe from him will be, and Ten Hag, you know, maybe well that, look, because Ten Hag, we said it after the game, Mr. B, he needs to go to that office now and see, we were saying he needs to get out of the club now because we were so angry. And he himself was very angry as well. So if he's gone to the board and said stuff to him, like, look, listen, you better, if you don't get X, Y, and Z, right, now start making moves, I'm out of here. That is serious egg on their face. And then backed up alongside with Ronaldo. If Ronaldo's then come out and said, oh, well, actually, you know what? Yeah, I might consider staying if you do actually back this manager, because as it stands right now, we haven't got a hope with what we've got. So, you know, it'll all come out in the wash. We'll always find out in the end. We always find out in the
end. Guys, obviously we're struggling for right back. Dest has been on and off the radar for a few weeks now, more under than over. He's not even starting for Barca. Is this something we can look at? Not just because he's better than Wan-Bissaka. We actually do need the right back. The link there is with Ten Hag again. I mean, that's probably a surprise that we bought Casemiro, really, because he hasn't played under Ten Hag. But look, this is another one who's been linked with him. Starting with you, Matt, do you think that this guy can do the job for us? And is it something that we could progress if the price is right before the end of the season?
Yeah, definitely. Look, we're short on right backs. We know Wan-Bissaka's got no future at the club. Same as Brendan Williams. That leaves us with Dalot. Will Dalot get injured at some point in the season? Yes. And then we've got no right backs. Dest, he knows Eric. He played under him at Ajax. He knows how he loves to play. He's a decent right back. He's not a great right back. But if he's coming in as a squad option for, say, 20, 30 mil, I'm all for it. It gives us good cover in that position. And it's a player who can actually play the way Eric wants. And it helps us improve. It's not going to elevate us to the next level. But it's an upgrade on what we currently have. And that's how you need to look at it. He improves the squad in that position. And when you look at the lack of quality in that position, it's a no-brainer to bring him in, especially for the right money.
Thomas, we know what Gavin Ward thinks of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, I would take him because from what I've read so far, I think Barcelona is only looking around 20 million for him. And surely if you're getting an upgrade on what you've currently got, then so be it. But I have seen bits of him. Obviously, like you say, he doesn't start for Barcelona, and I'm not sure he really ever has. But the bits that I have seen of him, he looks to be quite a good player. He could come in and he could absolutely flop and we end up with Dalot there again. But it's a risk you got to take. But at the same time, I can't remember who said it in the comments now, but they mentioned Ethan Laird. That's another option we've got, but now he's obviously gone out on loan. So if Wan-Bissaka goes, which it looks like he's going to, and I hope he does, and Dalot picks up an injury, well then we've not got a right back, so we definitely need one. I think for 20 million with Dest, it's one that even if he does flop, you go and buy another one. 20 million in this market really is nothing. Go for it.
So,
yeah, I really like this guy. I do. I think he gives us much more of a threat going forward because, you know, he does like to get high and wide, you know, set players on and dribble and everything else. This is what we've been asking and crying out for from the likes of Sancho all last season and early in these couple of games. You know, my thoughts on him, Mr. B. We need to see more from him. We've got to see more. You can't keep playing the safe pass and not being confident enough to set players on. You know, he's got to do it. And also Dest, you know, he can lose his marker with ease. He can just, you know, get away from somebody easily. He's got good pace. It's quite, you know, it's quite skillful as well, tricky in terms of, you know, dropping the shoulder and giving the false movements in order to, you know, put the opposition on the back foot and create a little bit of space so he can dart away and get away with the ball. So I just think he would give us a lot more threat in those wide positions than what we're currently getting at the moment, because we ain't getting any. We kind of, it's like we're almost hitting a brick wall when we get to that, you know, the space in between. I would call it the wide, I'm going to call it the wide negative space, right? You know what I mean? Because what we don't see is that we don't see that, you know, you'll see Manchester City do it, other teams do it. They'll get past their right back or the left back, and they go right down to the line, and then they put the ball back in. That where they're putting that ball into is negative space, and then our players run on to either get the first touch or get a second touch, and bam, you've got their defense all over the shop when you do that, and we ain't doing it. And I think this guy will do it, so I'm all for it.
No negativity for the final subject. I like that a lot. There seems to be a lot of agreeing. A lot of agreeing on the same subject.
We're all very positive for people who support the team on bottom of the league, aren't we?
Well, yeah, hello.
Listen, but that's what we do. The one thing we are is bloody resilient on here. The one thing that we are as Man United supporters are resilient. From what we were to what we are now, we have to be. We have to be. Talk.
Yes.
Your piece to the resistance. Can we get this? Can we get this? Can we get our?
There we go, folks.
Let's get this.
Let's just hide Antony's comment for a moment.
Hold on, unless
there you go, folks.
Hold on, we're covering Matt's beautiful face.
Oh,
one sec.
Yeah, let's just set that up. There you go, folks. So
here we go.
Just have a look at that. Tell me which box number, you think the majority of the ball is in. Not the ball, but the majority of the ball.
Got it. I know what it is. I've got it. I've got my vote.
Yeah, no. Box is box in the. Hold on a minute. Let me just check. Is box just turned up?
Listen. Box keeps getting it wrong. So guys, 80 likes in the chat. Let's get another couple if you are silent and you are watching. Look, just give us a wave. We always say hi. But yeah, I've got mine. Talk. Do you want to know what mine is now? Still, or
if you want to give it, now, Mr. B.
Number one.
Okay.
I've noticed nobody's gone for number one now.
Okay. You know what? I knew it when I was doing this one because there's a few people who've got it right already. Shit. And I knew when I was doing it, I was thinking this is too recent a game. And I was just thinking maybe I shouldn't use this, but it was such a good image. I thought I'll work it. And you know what? Listen, let's say this, folks. Next week I'm going to get one. You ain't going to get it. I'm telling you that now. You ain't going to get it. And Gavin again is.
Oh Jesus, man! All right, Matty, what we got? What's your number?
I've gone number 5.
Thomas.
Okay.
I've gone for 7 because I remember this goal.
Oh, bugger. Okay, so talk. Let's get these out. Let's get these numbers out from some of these voters. Let's see who's actually got them right. Games with some of these wrong ones.
So Gavin Ward saying it's 6 or 7. I'll stick with 6. We got Antony Herbert saying 4. Humanshu, High Manshu even is saying number 2. UK Strains is saying number 6. Emma is sticking with number 7. Vincent Bullock with a U is on 3. And Colum is saying number 6. I know the game and score. Dope. Our own Rebel is in the building. I know. He's saying number 8. Let's have a look. Anybody else? Let's have a look. Scroll on up there. Yeah, so we've got Gavin Ward and Emma. We've already said theirs. Huddersfield Fan Sound TV. Is that right? Yeah, Huddersfield 6, Sound Fan. Yeah, it's saying number 6. We've had everybody else's. I've not given mine yet, but anyway, we'll get back to that. Solo is not give his yet. Solo, if you're in the chat, bro, come on. Which number?
No, he did. He said he didn't see. Yeah, he's given his number. He said he didn't see. He missed it, and he's gone. I'm sure he said he's gone for number 6. He is
Don't believe you, Mr. B. Unless I see it in writing, I'm not going to have that. I'm sorry. That's getting dismissed. Oh, yeah. I see it.
Right, come on. Okay. Talk. Put us out of our misery. And before we go anymore, you are allowed to lie. Talk. Fiver in the post.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to disappoint everybody because everybody's wrong. No, they're not. I wish they was. No, actually, all right, I'll reveal it. Oh, FC United. Whoa, hold on a second. FC United Forever is in the building. Yo, I'm Miss Molina. Okay, right, you've just joined. So you know how it works. Spot the ball. Tell us which box you think the majority of the ball is in. So just give us a number. And be quick because we're about to reveal it. So Solo's gone for number 7. Right, that's it. Solo's gone for number 7. Let's see if Miss Mel.
He's so solo. He is so.
I know.
He is so dodgy.
Dodgy ain't the word, Mr. B. Dodgy ain't the word. If, you know, it's like Del Boy and what's his name? What was his name in Minder?
Trigger. Minder.
No, remember Minder? Arthur Daly.
Oh right.
Yo,
Miss Molina.
Miss Molina. Yo, big up Molina with a $7 Canadian dollar shout out, Mr. B and Talking of Money and Solo. Big up Miss Mel. Thank you for that.
Pat Lawless
very
has
much
gone
appreciated. Nice. Go and check out Molina's. If anybody's like into what you call it? If there's any Arsenal fans, especially, I know Antony's in the building. I know we do get Arsenal fans in. Go and check out Miss Molina's channel. Great friend of the channel and a great friend of mine. So big up to you, Miss Molina, for that. Really, really appreciate it. Here we go.
Last one in, number 6. That's the one we were waiting for. Waiting for.
We were waiting for FC United Forever as well, because she's come in and said it's called another 200 mil loan from Bank of America. So I'll give you a few seconds if you want to get yours in. If you don't, then I'm just going to reveal. So let's just hide that. I'm not getting it, Mr. B. Okay, so I'm going to tell you all now that Miss Molina is right. Gavin Ward was right. UK Strains was right. Solo, bro, you should have stuck with your first answer, mate. You went 7, and that's not it. So it's number 6. The ball was where you see the guy's hand is just there between his legs. You see it where the guy's knelt down.
Oh.
The ball is just right there. I've got rid of it. It's where his hand is. The ball's right there.
It's another. I don't think I've got one right. I don't think I've got one right.
Really sure just like skid it across, and when that picture is, ball must have either just been going down or it was just back up on the bounce.
Yeah, it was coming back up on the bounce, Thomas, because it's in most of it's in number 6.
Yeah, I remember that goal. That's why I thought 7, because I just remembered skidding along the ground.
But Anthony Herbert now jumping in late with number 6. Bro, man, that ain't counting. Get out of here.
I'm picking 6 as well.
Also, folks, don't forget, Monday night, 7:30. You know where to come and find me and Mr. B on the watch-along. It's going to be an absolute blinding game. We're going to try and keep ourselves cool, calm and collected no matter what happens.
Good luck with that.
I was just going to say, yeah, we can't promise anything. But we'll do our best. And Emma Kay says FFS. I think that means for 30 boots' sake.
Yeah.
Disappointed Gavin, that she didn't get it.
Right. So this is the deal. Gavin, next week, 2 on the bounce. I thought Box was the guy that I should be copying. Gavin, me and you next week, mate. Whatever. Well, I'm not voting until Gavin comes on. But guys, look, the takeaway. Thank you so much. As I said, it's the takeaway. The shows where the members get their say. Matty, big man, where can we find you, man?
You can find me on here in the chat most of the time, or you can find me on Twitter at Matthew362. In fact, let me just double check it now. Yeah, I can't even remember my Twitter. Yeah.
Come on, you're on the timer, eh, Matt?
At Matthew363-82381. You can find me on there just waffling or posting random crap, or just triggering United fans. I enjoyed that.
Trigger. Thomas.
Absolutely.
My stranger. Well done, man. Where have you been? I'm glad you're back. Where can we find you?
I've been hiding, but I'm back. You can find me on Instagram. It is Thomas_Mitchell7. Twitter, Tommy_Mitchell7, and that's about it. Or you can also find me here in the United Agenda. I'll not be hiding for a while now.
Good. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Talk. I'm not even going to ask where I can find it because I know they know where we can find us. Gavin, yep. Remember, please, next week Friday, get on early so that we can get your vote in. Yeah, and then I'm rolling with
Mr.
you next week, man.
Mr. B, you realise, don't you, now that what you've just done there is you've just made me more. You've given me the enthusiasm and the verve now to go make next week's exceptionally difficult, and I'm going to make sure it is.
It makes no difference. Whatever you do, Gavin's got it sus.
I know.
Got it sus.
Someone's leaking information. We've got a mole in this channel. We've got a mole, and I'm going to find out who it is. Right? I'm telling you now. There's a mole in here. I'm not happy about it. I'm only joking. Big up,
guys.
Thanks for the support.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. UK Strange. This is on the arrival of Casemiro. Yep, indeed.
No more McFuckeries.
Oh, Mr. B, what do you call them? What do you call them?
I won't be calling them anything else.
One more game.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, one more, and they might not even both play.
Yeah,
so, yeah, you know what? There is a God. There is a God. Maybe he doesn't support Man United, but he doesn't like Fred and McTominay.
Actually, Mr. B, before we go, let's remind folks that the preview to the Liverpool game will be on Sunday. Is that right?
Yeah, Sunday 8:30.
8:30 Sunday.
Yeah.
The preview there.
We'll have all of the latest information, and then obviously you'll see us all on the watch along. Well, maybe not all of us, but you will see us. I don't have the volume up too loud, just in case talk decides to lose his mind again. But guys, this is the agenda. This was the takeaway. It's Friday night. Enjoy your evening. Thanks for joining. Peace out.
Come on.